Hey everybody, this is Brian from pnbhomesteading.com. We were a little busy this weekend moving our daughter, so we didn't have a chance to do any videos. So it's Monday afternoon here. I thought I'd do a little video shot of the yard and give you guys an update, kind of just let you look around and see how things are progressing for the summer 2017. Alright, here we go. Just kind of the general hillside, and you can see up there's our garden boxes with our tomatoes up there and tomatillos. And there's our little birds. They love that suet. Over here by the edge of the deck. Try and stay in the shadow so that way it's not so bright on the camera. And we've been eating all the red little Montesino cherry tomatoes. They're like a grape tomato off of these bushes here. So there's still a few red ones down there, I think, that are turning. So we'll get those. And we have been eating off of our Crimson Sprinter Russian variant tomatoes. I've had 2 of those we've shared with Paula so far. They're pretty good. There's one more that's down inside that box right down there. It's red. I guess I could walk down there and I'll show you guys. But this is kind of the upper deck here, looking down. There's our garden boxes. The lettuces and kales that I transplanted out here from the inside grow tent from the salad bar LED seem to be doing pretty good. I've been keeping them watered, but they seem to be, holding their own, staying pretty good here. I think Paula trimmed a few of these the other night, so we have that in a salad. There's kale. I did put some worm compost out here in the box just the other day. There's the radishes. And there's what I like to call the poopy carrots, because they're just, with the biological activity in this garden box so far this year with the new compost, it's eh. But a little bit of heat wilt on here, but they seem to perk back up once I water them in the evening or in the mornings, so they're doing pretty good. And the kale seems to be going okay. Oh, here's the new little beets. These are the ones I seeded just the other weekend, so you guys can see those. And here's one of our little tomato plants I stuck in here, one of my extras. And there's the carrots. These seem to be coming along. These here seem to be doing pretty well. Those are the cosmic purples. I was hoping those would actually turn out because I've never had a purple carrot. There's our little lemon tree. Boy, he's growing good. Can't wait to get him down in Texas. He's probably going to love the weather down there. Still probably have to bring him indoors though, because they do get some frost where we're going to be moving to in northeast Texas. Maybe not. I don't know. Let's take a walk out here. Paula's plants. There's our cucumbers. They're finally able to long enough to where I'm hooking them on the vines. Beans, they seem to be coming along pretty nice. Monte Cristos, there's a couple of beans on one down here, another one here, another one down there. They're starting to, vine up. Looking pretty good. There's one of our tomatoes down there. Kind of hiding. We're letting him ripen a few more days before we'll pick him. But there's some fruit set in here. Lots of buds. Here's some more tomatoes up here. And there's some more tomatoes, you know, kind of hidden back in here. And your cabbage moth. And you can see our squash. And this is some of our... He's hanging onto the tomato cage. Probably gonna pull him over. There's another squash back there. There's some tomatoes down there. That's the little Montesinos. Those things are really good. Here's one of our Columnar apples. You guys can see that. This is the first year we've had fruit set on these Columnars, so should be pretty good. Here's one of our Sunflower Island. See that? Pretty healthy looking. Looks like we got our winners. And you got the guys down below that are kind of weeding themselves out. I'll show you the potato towers over here. Yeah, they're starting to wilt off. So, and I've given these water pretty much every day, but you can see they're starting to get the yellowness of the leaves. So I pretty much determined that these are a mid-season, so they'll probably be dying off in the next week. With us getting into mid-July and the high heats we're supposed to have coming in this week, we're supposed to get up in the 90s again. So that should probably kill those all off. And once they're fully dried off and laying over dead, then I'll start digging in the box to see what kind of yield we got out of these Russian fingerlings. Should be interesting. I'll show you guys the plant propagation bed and what it's looking like. They seem to be doing okay. One of the cuttings that I had up on the deck, I've noticed, it's starting to get that yellow, you know, veining. But this isn't one of the cuttings. This is one that I actually had on the deck that I had in just a jug of water. So I don't know if it was already kind of doomed to see what happens, but we'll see what happens to him. He was kind of yellow on the deck. But everybody seems to be doing pretty well in here. Everybody's nice and green, you know, burned off, dried out leaves. And I do have it set for every 5 minutes. It comes on for 15 seconds. And you can see the soil is moist, it stays together, but it's not saturated, so it's not dripping wet. So it is draining through. We're just keeping these just nice and moist, keep the leaves moist so it doesn't dry out. And we'll see what kind of production we get by the end of the year. I'll probably let them overwinter in here, and I'll dig them up in the spring as bare root, and I'll put them into 1 gallon pots. We have plenty of these 1 gallon pots underneath the deck that I've saved over the years and collected from garden centers. Here. There's our blueberries and some more clover. Our little wildflower island there that the bees like. That's this year's a new addition. And here's our spaghetti squash. He's getting ready to start going up, so I got to start training him up. A couple of the plants I've got training up the vine. I mean the trellis. So that's going good. And here's our other tomato box. Lots of new growth since last week when I trimmed off the lower limbs. These monsters. Wow, those things are just huge. There's some tomatoes. There's some tomatoes back there. Oh, I can't wait till this box starts producing. Lots of new fruit buds. Or blooms. Hopefully I've tricked it enough to where it starts to think, oh, there's somebody coming to kill me. That way he'll or she'll start to produce. Peas are starting to kind of wilt off. They seem to be holding up pretty well though, still. Okay, well, I won't take you guys back there. Just walk over this way a little bit. You can tell we have lots of bird activity in this yard. I do love sitting out here in the evenings. And I decided the little garden gnome that Paula had bought me for my my birthday. I set him in the bird bath. Birds seem to like him. They sit on his head. I haven't thought of a name for him yet. The other garden gnome I named Dieter. He lives up in the garden box up there. He's kind of buried by the clover and the tomato plants right now. You'll see him this winter once everything clears out. Well, it's kind of the tour around the yard. Face the camera around. Alright, well, that's kind of just a quick update for the yard. Sorry I didn't have enough time to get a lot of videos out to the channel this weekend because I was helping my daughter move into her new place. And well, that's kind of it. Alright, I'll talk to you guys. I'll make another video or something maybe this week to give you some updates on maybe the indoor grow tent for the veggies or just various things we got going on. Oh, and one of the other things I was working on was my truck, the farm truck we've got. I call them a farm truck. But I had to put a new track bar bulb joint in and bushing. So I had to take that apart in the driveway. And that's always a fun adventure, trying to get a ball joint press in there and take things apart from laying on your back instead of, you know, having it up in the air on a lift in a shop. Like the old days when I used to be a mechanic. Okay. All right, I'll talk to you guys later, guys. All right, this is Brian from pnbhomesteading.com. All right, bye.